Nothing like a car ride in the rain with Lippy. Happy Wednesday morning, y'all. I would not get out. Y'all know Lippy don't get out in the rain. Now, if I'm driving and it comes rain, well, I just got to do it. But if I had a choice, I wouldn't leave the house. But I don't have a choice because we got to go to the post office. And I was like, 2 hands on the wheel. I don't have to make much eye contact. And we gonna visit. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know whose dog that was, but oh no. Yeah, that just bothers me. I know animals get out, you know, sometimes, and it ain't in your control, but then there's sometimes it's just owner neglect. You know, just owner neglect. Anyway, I'm not going to let that just get me down. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, we're headed to the post office. And I want y'all to keep me company. And we're going to go slow. Like 49 miles an hour in a 55. So I'm doing good. I may even shrink it further down. Anyway, let's recap the week. Lord, I know that our weekend vlog was, it was cut short, but I mean, it was more repetitive, you know, so I just didn't want to drag it out. But I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday, my thighs, they got back to normal. That skid steer will work you out. It's like riding a wild bull. It bounced and you just don't realize, because it's got like these little shocks that you stand on. And I guess every time you was up and down, because I, you know, drove it again, your thighs. It's your thighs, and I thought, oh my, great exercise for your legs, but where you slap out. But I thoroughly enjoyed somewhat learning it. My struggle was the green lever, the jolly stick, because you had to lock it in place in order for the bucket, the hydraulics, to actually lock in place and flatten and then go into it. You couldn't just work it like a jolly because you still had about a 6-inch clearance. So I kept struggling, lock it in place first. I never did get my compost pile the way. I mean, it's good, but I was practicing on trying to lift stuff and leave it on top. And as y'all can see, it rolled right back in the same place it started from. But as far as blading, I had the blading down pat. It was that lock-in jolly thing, the stick. But overall, it was not hard at all to maneuver. You know, it's learning. And now the left hand worked fantastic. I struggle with this right hand, so it was a little difficult to set my fingers where they would be in place, and they could individually move each lever. I struggle. I had to really do one at a time, and that was fine. So that was never on my bucket list, but by jingos, I can add it to my bucket list. Lippy drove us a ditch witch. There's a hydraulic thing that I'd never would imagine me being on. Now, I can drive a tractor, used to rake hay. Buddy and I, at our first place we bought, we had quite a bit of acreage. And he had his tractor and I had my tractor. And then, of course, many of you know I drove a forklift in a warehouse for a living. I loaded 18-wheelers, you know, with product. So, you know, I was familiar with some equipment. Not a skid steer. But I'm glad that I did it. I was just curious about it. And And update on the seedlings. Yeah, y'all remember the Tiny Tim tomatoes? Boy, they just came up in the Ace 55s, both from M.I. Gardner. Well, yesterday, they're coming up. No true leaves yet. Still no germination on the rest as of yesterday. But I opened it up because, you know, I'm getting germination, so that humidity dome has these little dials, and I wanted to crack it just a little bit because it was getting too much moisture. You know, you can drown them with too much humidity. And I lifted the lid and I was like, those two Tiny Tims, well, they were just standing up and they was as brown as dirt. Brown as dirt. So they died. They just came up and died. Well, we got 4 more in there, you know, because I made sure I started early in case I had to plant again. I was being smart. Now seeing our crazy weather, like it's 43 right now. Saturday it's going to be 70. Tornadoes, severe storms. Then we drop down and could possibly be in the low 20s. I mean, it's like, come on, people. This is Louisiana. This is not supposed to happen. But my gut kind of told me, be mindful, Lippy, and don't put all your eggs in one basket, which I'm glad that I didn't. But it's a little cool in the greenhouse. The heat mats, Buddy tested them last night for me because yesterday I was like, I don't think they're warm. He said, but my hands stay cold. Well, that rain's coming. And he said, no, they're fine. So we're probably going to have to put some heat. Well, we're going to have to in those temps when they come, put some heat in the greenhouse because it also, the atmosphere, the enclosure part temp really needs to be 65 to 70 minimum. Well, I wouldn't have any problem reaching that, but we don't have sun. And I've not seen sun since, what was that, Saturday? Yeah, there was none on Sunday. So we're having more cloudy skies and overcast than sun. And that's not good because I can't bring the heat up in the greenhouse. So I'm going to have to bring some heat up in the greenhouse. I was kind of disappointed. I was like, man, these suckers germinated in, what was it, like 4 days? 4 days or something? 5 days? I know it wasn't even a week. So I was like, hot dog, and them American seeds. And I was trying to think, which local place is that the Dollar General or is that Home Depot? I can't remember, but the American Seed Company, I know that's not something you order. I just can't remember where they came from. But they were dated 2018. And you saw, they just germinated like crazy. And they're doing great. But everything else, I've seen no germination. So, but we got time. It's only been a week plus. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I apologize. It's only been 10 days. I should have had more germination in 10 days, especially in the tomatoes. Peppers, no. Oh, I've seen peppers take 3 weeks to 4 weeks, okay? So I'm not too concerned about that. Herbs take a while. But the tomatoes, it kind of shocked me that I haven't gotten more germination. But I'm not gonna cry because I still got time. I ain't got that much time, but I got some time. So I was out there giving them a pep talk after I did my chickens. And we got somebody that decides to pull backs out on a main road. Oh my gosh, and with a yard like that, turn around and face a highway. They just whipped on out backwards. I'm telling you. If I didn't love y'all so much, I wouldn't have went to the post office today. But I like to get y'all's orders out. You know, I kind of was a little slow, you know, during the time with my brother and then his passing. And I felt really bad, but I couldn't be in the office packaging and, you know, doing all of that. But I'm back on schedule. I get an order, it's filled, and I go to the post office. Now, it's not every day. Like, most orders say come in on a Monday. Today's Wednesday. I'll go to the post office because I kind of accumulate them, you know. Unless there's just one and I notice, wait, I only got one in 4 days. I'm going to take it. That's just the way Lippy is. But today, when we get back, we're going in the kitchen. And I got a surprise. Yes, I do. I got a surprise. But there's a story behind it that's a must to share. It's got knowledge, y'all. There's knowledge within this story. So, I'm going to tootle on here to the post office. We're going to meet back in the kitchen. Y'all, oh Lord. Only in Lippy's world. Oh, I'm soaking wet. You want to know why? Because I went down a rabbit hole. I said, I'm right here by the store, like 2 blocks. I'll just run into Wally World because it had just stopped raining, misty. I get what I need and I don't have to come back Thursday or Friday, because normally Thursday and Fridays is my go to town day. Look, why waste gas? I get into Walmart and I was like, well, I ain't got a list. So I just stood there and took my paper and I wrote down the essentials. That was just enough to put right here. Okay, yeah, that's it. Had to move the car seat over. That's it. Y'all, all of a sudden my phone starts singing. Ramp, ramp. Other phone started singing. I said, well, I know we ain't got no tornadoes. Oh, it's an Amber Alert. That's what it is. No, it was not. It was flash flood warning. And about that time, the sky lit up with lightning, kabloof. And I'm thinking, oh boy, Lippy. You are fixing just to hang out in Walmart till it passes. I'm going down the baby aisle. I don't know where y'all. I hit departments I never go to because I'm like focused, right? I done picked up my few things, but I was like, save the half and half for last. So I didn't go to that back corner, and I whipped and went through things, and Walmart's really changed. They've kind of wrapped up, I'm wet, some of their stuff. So I'm just looking, and then here sets Valentine's. I said, oh, Valentine's Friday. Well, we hand make our cards. But I got grandkids. I said I got to get them a box of candy. Y'all ain't thinking Valentine's. I'm fixing to start decorating for Easter. So, I get some candy for the kids. I was like, well, how am I going to get the candy to them? They don't, if y'all wonder what I'm doing, I'm cutting through the doggone, who is this? Wendy's parking lot, because there was traffic over there. And so, I was like, how am I going to give it to them? I don't see them till Tuesday. Well, they'll get it Tuesday. I'll just have to text them all and say, Mom and Papa, I didn't forget you. It's just going to be a couple of days late. I should have thought about it when we went to the dance Saturday, but you know. So anyway, I said, okay, it's done. You don't hear nothing. It must have really slowed down. I'm good, because I'm only 3 cars to the door. I check out, and I hit that door. Well, going to the door, and you know, you got to show your little ticket, and they got to make sure you ain't stole nothing. Well, they doing some construction here. Anyway, By the time my ticket gets checked, kabloof, I said, I ain't going back in that store. I was supposed to be home an hour ago. So here I go. I had a little hoodie jacket. That sucker, I am soaking wet. Everything's wet. So I put the hoodie on, and I didn't even tie it. I just zipped it all the way up to my neck and pulled it down right before I could see. And here in my buggy, we take off. I opened that back door and I slung the car seat because it was fully open on this side. The driver's side, yeah, there was a car kind of close. I chunked that stuff in, and matter of fact, my Parmesan, remember I was run out of Parmesan last week, was it? And my half and half. I was making sure it ain't tilted. I slung that stuff. You hear me? Poof. So yeah, now I can go home and dry off and get me some coffee. I just don't know what I was thinking. I don't know where this video's going. I don't know. Are we gonna get to cook some lunch today? I don't know. It may end up being Lippy's supper. I don't know, y'all. Let's get home and make some coffee. Yeah, I gotta top my coffee off. This may require another pot. Oh, when I got that jacket off of me. I'm just glad it had a hoodie. That hoodie, no lie, was so wet that when I flipped it over, it felt like 10 pounds on me. Wet the whole back seat of me. So I got it off, but my clothes were dry. My leggings have dried. I get home, I go to start getting because we have a carport, I start getting my stuff out. I had 6 bags. And you don't get much in those bags, by the way. Rain stopped. I said, I looked up, I said, Lord, show me what I've done. I'm going to ask for forgiveness. It was like your light switch just said, boop, rain gone. I said, So I toted my stuff in. I shook that jacket, throwed it in the washing machine before I ever started the coffee pot to get it going and then put my stuff up. I get on the weather report. I said, ain't no way. Oh yeah, all the rain is now east of us and south of us. Only my luck. I know some of you can relate, but only my luck. And it's cold, and the temperatures are dropping. I still got to go out and take the trash to the road because tomorrow's trash day. But oh my. Now let me show y'all my surprise. Y'all, look at this beautiful, shiny machine. Isn't it pretty, y'all? Did you see that? There it is. It came in, I don't know now. I think it came in Thursday or Friday. Because I tried not to be in the kitchen with y'all. Because I did let it sit like this a full day. Because I just wanted to look at it. But then I had to put the cover on it. I just don't want any dust and stuff. I like them without the cover. But it does protect. And this is actually a brown cover. And it's too big. But I turn it always inside out. And I tuck underneath here. And it works. You just can't get no pockets because the pockets are up here. But it works for me. So while we finish this, I don't know what you gonna call this video, a chit chat. That's what we're gonna do, ride and chit chat. We're gonna let it sit there and showcase itself. Now, before we get into why I got this one, well, I was gonna get a KitchenAid anyway. That's because now this is the only box I can reach without getting a ladder. This is all the sausage making, grinding meat, making instruments in this box. And then I have a pasta maker. Now, these were bought 20 years ago. You know, it was Christmas presents, Mother's Day presents, things like that, because it attaches to the KitchenAid. So I wanted to go back with the KitchenAid because all of this stuff, you know, for my sausage and my pasta, I mean, if I would have went to a different brand, I'd had to buy all that stuff. And there's no telling what it costs nowadays. I mean, I was looking, see, like this is the sausage one. And it actually works all the way up to the big industrial KitchenAid. And like I said, not we, but my daughter, my mother-in-law, Mr. Buddy, over the years, they bought me the attachments. And then 2 years ago, I don't remember who got me the rubber spatula. Remember, all I had was the regular one that comes with it. I don't remember which one of y'all got me the rubber one. Well, this one actually come with the rubber one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna later on get me another bowl. This is a 5-quart. I didn't even know they made 5 quarts. I knew I didn't want the big one. One, it would be so far out of budget, it'd be 10 years from now. But I want to get another bowl. I may get a glass one because I can do 2 things. Like I could do my bread, have it rise, and I may probably just go back to a metal one. And let's say that because I've got double instruments now, the dough hook, the beater, the scraper. So because I saved those from the one that broke. So I can do like really double batches of stuff. So in the next couple of months, I'm gonna look to see about getting another bowl. I've seen that they have glass ones. I just gotta do the pricing of it. But it was it November when I was, you know, it had been giving me trouble, but it kept operating on my other one. And I think my other one was, what, 23 years old? Well, it went out, and I said, let me grab my hand mixer. It was 40 years old, and I still ain't replaced my hand mixer. I guess I could buy something at Walmart. I don't use a hand mixer much, but I like to have it instead of pulling this out all the time. So a lot of times y'all see me just use my hands, and I know that these hands don't need to be, you know, put to the test. So they both went out. I think this was Thanksgiving. Well, we started pricing them. I was like, there is absolutely no way. Maybe I could save my YouTube checks, so that'd give me December, January, February. And then maybe March, I can buy one. Well, 2 weeks ago, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, Buddy was looking and looking. He went on KitchenAid. Well, they have refurbished. Now, the word refurbished tells me it was broke and they jerry-rigged it and they're trying to sell it. Well, not really. Refurbished could actually mean someone opened the box, didn't like it, and sent it back. Refurbished means one of the, say, the scraper was missing. That's refurbished, so because they have to repackage. It doesn't always mean mechanical issues. So as he was reading all the fine print, they had a 5-quart. See, we were looking at the 4.5 quart because that's what I had. We knew we couldn't go to the big ones that have the little crank thing. It was in white. Now at this price, it could have been in, I wouldn't have cared what color, but actually I wanted white. So this was in a white, bingo. And do you know, it was $2.20. I wrote it down because I had to go look at the receipt. $229.99. So let's say $230. A 4-year full replacement warranty, $32. The tax was $23.35. Total price, $296.32. So $296, guys. That right there is $439 before tax, before any extended warranty. So, and I basically saved, what would you say, $170, $180 is what we saved. So Buddy said, let's go ahead and get it. So I pulled December and January from my little YouTube. We paid the difference out of our pocket, and then, you know, seeing what I make at the end of the month, I'll replace it. Couldn't pass it up. Under $300 got me a 5-quart KitchenAid. So, I mean, it was just the perfect timing. And I feel more secure because he said they're offering a 4-year warranty replacement. Full 100% replacement. I said, for what? He said, for $32. I said, well, we're going to get it. He said, I already added it. So, I have my KitchenAid. It's back to making our bread again instead of store-bought because I was getting better and better at it. It's done wonders for our digestion. My hamburger buns, I haven't yet perfected the hot dog. The hot dog bun is amazing. And y'all saw me make a couple of them. I think I did a community post. I just can't get it right. Like I get a short one, I get a long one. And now, does it taste good? Absolutely. It fluffs up good. I just can't get the sizes. Y'all, I'm horrible. You know, I get 2 of them right and I get 3 of them shrunk or wide, or I got to work on my hot dog method. The hamburger bun, that's kind of easy. You roll it and kind of flatten it. It forms its shape. But the hot dog one, yeah, you would think that'd be easy, but not for Lippy. But that was a surprise I wanted to share with y'all. We won't be cooking today. The plan was to come home and cook. That's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to cook. And we're going to make a dessert. You could call it a Valentine's dessert. Well, it ain't red. But you know what? It don't matter. It's one of Mr. Buddy's favorite desserts. And it's cheap. And it's easy. And I found some ingredients in the pantry from the holidays I need to use. But it's still a good dessert. It's still one of his favorites. I enjoy it too. He thoroughly enjoys it. So we will meet back here tomorrow morning to get the dessert going, even though it's going to be Thursday. Y'all, I'm going to be so busy come the weekends and traveling with grandkids. It's fixed to be crazy, but y'all ain't going to miss a beat. So tomorrow we'll do Mr. Buddy's Valentine's dessert just the day before. And we'll cook some lunch because I'm going to need to eat. Today, I came in, put my few stuff up, and I made me a peanut butter pocketbook. You know what a pocketbook is? Where you put some peanut butter on a piece of bread and you fold it over. Some people call it foldovers. I grew up calling it a pocketbook. Now, I have no clue where the word pocketbook came from with a sandwich, but hey, that's what it was called. That's what I grew up calling it. Buddy calls it a fold over. First time he ever said, I think I'll take a fold over. And I was like, what the hell you want me to fold? He told me, I said, that's called a pocketbook. He said, let me think about what you just said. It's a pocketbook. He said, don't you think the sound of a fold over sounds better than a pocketbook? I said, well, truth be told, it does, but it's still a pocketbook. So he still says fold over. I say pocketbook. Whoever's making it, we know what each other means. But at first, I didn't know. He said, make me a fold over. I was like, what the hell am I folding over? I didn't know what he was talking about. Kind of like if you ask somebody, make me a pocketbook, please. They'd be like, what? A pocket of what? Can you tell? The rain done got to me. So I'm going to end it because my coffee going to get cold, y'all. And I really need this coffee. I need to, take that deep cleansing breath. I'm alive and well. I made it home from the storms. Not storms. It was rainstorms, but it's still storms. And I don't have to get back in the streets. Period. So if y'all sent an order in today, I have Mr. Buddy take it to the post office. Because I'm done driving. Driving days are over for the next 3 days. So all is well. All is well in Lippy's world. Well, in about 5 minutes, we don't know how that's going to change. But right now, life is good. So on that note, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And give me a high five. I got me a KitchenAid.